Carole here in my yoga sanctity porch. Wishing you lots of love, wishing you were in the studio with me, root down, but anyway we're not. So let's do some yoga, and it's going to be a short 20-minute on the floor practice. So start off in crocodile pose, down on your bellies with your arms crossed above your head, forehead resting on your hands or your arms. And as you're here, just let your breath melt your body further into the mat. Whatever physical area you're doing your practice in today, take a moment to just listen to the sounds around you. If you're outside, maybe the breeze through the trees, the birds on the trees singing, twittering to each other. Maybe the sounds of the traffic. Maybe it's just silence. Then start to deepen your breath, filling up your lungs. And then emptying them completely on your exhales. Start to engage your Ujjayi breathing, feeling that little restriction in the back of your throat. Also called ocean breath, as the sound is somewhat like the ocean ebbing and flowing onto the beach. Also called victorious breath. The power of our breathing can help to give us strength, not only in our yoga practice, but also through our lives, through those moments of stress and difficulties. Take a big breath in and then let it out. Slide your hands so they're beside your shoulders. And on an inhale, press into your right hand to come into twisted cobra. So peeling your right chest away from the ground. And then exhaling back down onto the ground. And go to the other side, peeling your left chest off the ground. Exhale back down. Come into full cobra. So the whole of your chest lifts off the ground. Pull your shoulders down your spine. Don't let them hunch up near your ears. Use the strength of your core to lift up and lengthen through your spine. Then on an exhale, lower down to the ground. Breathe twisted cobra to the right and down. Twisted cobra to the left and down. And then upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders down your back. Lengthen through the crown of your head. We're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Try and increase the space between the base of your spine and the crown of your head. Maybe even pressing into the ground with your feet to raise your legs off the earth. On your next exhale, gently lower all the way down. And then press back into child's pose. Relax your head on the floor, your forehead on the mat. And then gently roll your head from side to side, pressing your forehead into the mat. You may find that above one of your eyes, around about your eyebrow region, you may find a little pressure point where there's a little different feeling, little tenderness. Press into that pressure point. This helps me release some stress. And then if you found that pressure point, go to the other side. Walk your hands over to the right side of the mat, bringing your left hand on top of your right and pulling back into your left hip. This helps to expand through our left side. Imagine your ribs separating, creating more space between each one. And then walk your hands over to the opposite side, right hand on top of left. Create that same stretch through your right side. Bring your fingers back to center. And then tabletop pose. Now in your own time, using your breath to guide you and your body following your breath, come into a few cows and cats. Feel your shoulders go down your back when you come into cow and look up, pulling your chest forward. And then as you transition into cat, shoulders extend down towards the ground, belly sucks in towards the back of your spine, tailbone tucks under. Slowly transition from one to the other. Getting more mobility in your spine here. And starting to use the strength of your core. So stand or stop in the tabletop with a nice flat back. Gaze down at the floor, crown of the head pulling forwards. And bring your right knee off the ground. Slide your toes back, keeping your toes on the ground until your right leg is straight. Press your toes into the ground and then press back into your heel. Feel a nice stretch on the back of your legs. Then come back to where your shoulders are above your wrists and raise your right leg off the ground, bringing your left arm forward. Create length from your fingertips to your toes. Take a big breath in. And then bring your elbow to your knee, rounding your spine, making a little ball of your body. Fill up with air as you lengthen out. And then limbs to the ground. Take your left knee out to the side so your thigh, I should say, is parallel with the earth. And just hold it there for a couple of seconds. And then step forward so you're in a low lunge with your left knee on the ground. Bring your hands up onto your knee and press forward into your right leg. Feeling that stretch in your back thigh, that hip opening. Bring your arms up. I cut off the top of my head here. Stretch up, lengthening through your sides. On an exhale, bring your hands to your heart, still pressing forward. Breathe in and take your arms down, round and up. Come into cactus arms and arch your back, look up to the sky, press your chest forward. Hold this for a breath in, a breath out. Breathe in and reach up. Left hand drops to the floor, right arm reaches to the ceiling. Gaze up to your right arm. Press into your right foot to really engage your leg as you ease into that thoracic twist in your spine here. That's the middle portion of your spine. Take one more breath in and bring your hand to the ground. Come back into tabletop. Take a moment to really find your strong tabletop and slide your left toes back until your leg is straight. Press into your toes and then press into your heel to get that nice length through your leg, that stretch through your calf and your thigh. Bring your leg off the ground. Right arm reaches forward. Press into your left hand, strongly into the ground. Take a breath in to lengthen. And then elbow to knee. Breathe in as you fill up. Elbow to knee. Lengthen out. And then limbs to the ground. Take your left leg, lift your knee up till your thigh is parallel. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And then step forward to low lunge. Bring your hands up onto your knee. Press into your front leg and reach your arms high. Bring your hands to your heart. Breathe in and reach round in a circle, high as you can, stretching through your sides. And then exhale into cactus arms. Pressing your chest forward, nice arch in your back. Breathe in and lift up. Right arm drops down, left arm reaches to the sky. Remember to keep pressing into your left foot. It helps achieve more opening in your ribs. Strength through your whole body. Take one more breath. Arms back down to the ground. And then just take your leg back into tabletop. Sorry there. And then sit back and come to a cross-legged position. Hands to heart. Take a breath in, reach your arms down, round and up. And exhale your right hand down to the earth. Stretch your left hand over your side. Now ease into this. Press your left shoulder away from your ear. Your right shoulder away from your ear. Sometimes it's hard doing it backwards. And then let your right elbow just start to bend to give you a little bit more release down to the floor, a little bit more length through the left side of your body. Stay here for a bit. Then come on back to center. Bring your hands to your heart. And let your right ear just drop towards your shoulder. Important thing to note here, I have a tendency to pull my shoulder up towards my ear. Press your shoulder away from your ear. Okay, come back up to center. And then other side. Helping to stretch the tendons in our neck. Release a little bit of tension. Breathe back up to center. Empty out. Bring your arms down, round, and up. Right arm drops down to the earth. Left arm drops down to the earth. Right arm reaches over. Boy, oh boy, I'm getting muddled up here. And then gentle bend into your left elbow as you stretch over just a little bit more. Letting your breath take you a little further. On an inhale, come back up, reaching up. Bring your hands down to the ground and change the cross of your legs. So this is the other side, is a little bit more awkward. We always tend to go into the side that we favor, that feels more natural. This will probably feel a little strange. Okay, hands back together. Take a breath in, reach your arms round and up. And then take your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Right arm goes behind you. You can always have a block behind you to help give you more height if you wish. On an inhale, press into the ground to lengthen through your spine. And as you exhale, just twist, taking your gaze to the back of the room. Stay here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, come back to center. Reach up. Other side. Press into your back fingertips to lengthen through your spine. And that helps give you that ability to twist a little further. On your next inhale, come back to center. Reach up. Bring your hands onto the ground. And keeping your right leg or your front leg forward, whatever leg it is, take your other leg back for half pigeon. Now remember, with half pigeon, extend through your spine. Create your length from your tailbone to the crown of your head before you gently drop your torso towards the earth. This is such a great hip opener. And there's little adjustments that you can make whilst you're in this pose. With your front leg, think about externally rotating your thigh towards the earth. And when you do that, you'll notice a difference in the way your thigh is meeting your hip bone. You might feel a little bit more action going on in your glutes. Okay, press down into the earth with your hands. Bring your torso up and then switch sides. Create length before you release down into the earth. Another thing I like to do in this pose is with my front foot is to sort of pull my pinky up towards my calf, towards my knee, and press the ball of my big toe away from me. Tiny little adjustments in one part of your body can make such a big difference in other parts. Notice those adjustments. Notice how it affects the rest of your body. Okay, press on up and make your way to your back. Take your legs over to the right or your knees over to the right. Your gaze over to the left for a supine twist. Come to the other side. And then stretch out nice and long, full body stretch. And relax for final rest, Shavasana. Intentionally soften all the parts of your body from the crown of your head through your eye sockets, your jaw, your shoulders, your core area, your legs, your toes. Stay here for as long as you need to. Remember that we're here for you. The inner light in each and every one of us at Root Down Yoga Studio sees and honors and loves and is missing the inner light in each and every one of you. With love, take this practice, make it your own, do whatever you need. I love you. Namaste.